Okay. Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. We're just going to wait. A whole bunch of people are coming on. So
Yep. I'm always early.
so it's nice to meet you, Jana. Hi, William.
Nice to meet you.
So I'm excited today. How are you guys? I'm like super excited to show you guys what is going on.
Absolutely.
I just want
Sounds incredible.
It is. It is. You're muted, William. I can't hear you. Still can't hear you. You're muted. I don't know.
There you go.
There you are.
I'm better now.
There you go. Joanne. Exciting times. Oh my God, we've been building this for months now. Hi. How are you?
Hello.
Ann.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
Good. So what's up? What's new with people? Share what's going on while we're waiting for everyone else. What's up with you, Joy?
I am actually out at a HempWorks event today. So yeah, like we're all set up with our HempWorks products out here.
Oh, wow.
That's what we're doing. So we've got our tables all set up and kind of,
Nice.
what we're doing today.
They
Wow.
look good. Oh, I thought you were doing like, I thought they were doing, one of their events, one of their things.
Oh, nope. We're just doing, we're out at like a crafters market at a old, it's one of those old empty, what do they call those, malls, the outdoor malls.
Oh, okay.
Outlet malls. It was
Right.
old washed up outlet malls that isn't used anymore. So they've got people like inside the buildings and outside the buildings too. So yeah.
Very cool.
Hmm.
So hopefully everyone's found their room. I'm not getting any texts that they haven't, so that's a good thing. It's always like, I don't know where to go. Okay.
I didn't notice you got some purple going on there, don't you, Aisha?
I do. You know what? I'm letting my gray grow in, so I'm turning it purple till it grows in.
I like purple. It's good.
So I've decided that it's going to go well, except I got some on my scalp yesterday. I'm chewing the purple, but it's okay.
It's all right. It'll come out in the wash.
It will come out. So yeah, I thought it was the best way. Otherwise, I look like a skunk while I'm letting it grow out. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Hi, Joanne. And Diana's come in. Hi, June.
You're muted, June.
Hi,
June.
how are ya? Hey, Jenna.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad.
So where's everybody from? Are we all from Ontario or is some of us from the
No,
States?
everyone's from all over.
Nice. See what I picked up?
The Spirit Awakening Process.
Oh.
Nice. Am I missing somebody? Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sue. I'll make sure I got everybody in here. Yep, so far.
I see 4. That's all I see. Besides you, Aisha.
It's probably your view. You got to change to gallery view.
There we go. There we go.
Can I do that on my phone?
Yeah, I wanted to do this to you because usually webinars, you don't get to see anyone. It's all like just chatting. So I like seeing people. There's Dylan. If everyone shows up, we should have about almost 60 people here today. We'll see what happens.
Wow.
Good morning, Selena. Good, lots of people coming in. Exciting. I want to make sure I don't leave anybody at the door. Hi, Lisa. Oh, we've got people from Brazil coming in.
Nice.
Okay, it's exciting. I'm excited today.
I would be if I were in your shoes.
I am. And we have some of our council here today. Hi, Brenna. We've got Dylan. It's on our council. Dylan Olson, Selena Moon. I just married you guys. Selena Moon, Tomas Garza, Lisa Berry. She's in here somewhere. There she is. Lisa. Yep. And some of our faculty are also here to join us today. So we've got Joanne Gramlich here today. There she is. Cindy Jennifer Gonzalez is here from Brazil. Diana. So we've got people coming in. I'm going to give this a few more minutes and let people come in so I'm not having to repeat myself. But I want to thank you all for coming today. We've been working very hard for months now on this amazing project. So it's nice to have some people who want to take a peek today.
I don't want to just take a peek. I want to get going.
Well, you'll be getting in next week for sure.
Yeah.
We'll just give this like another minute and then we'll just get started. People will start to just join in, but that's fine. Okay. Well, thank you for everything. Thank you everyone for coming today. Thank you for taking time on a Saturday morning. I was hoping it would be a sunny Saturday morning, but I don't know if it's sunny where you are, but it's kind of gray where I am right now. If you want to ask any questions, I'm all about not just listening to me talk, but if you want to ask a question, at the very bottom of your screen, there's something that should say reactions. And if you just do like a hand raise or a thumbs up or use one of those emoticons there, I will see it coming up and I'll know that you have a question to ask. So feel free to do that. I'm going to be asking you some questions too as we go through this. And first of all, I guess I'm going to let you know why you're here. So why you're here today is that we are launching, next month, we are launching our IAUSM.com. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that vision and what that's about and how IAUSM was born. And yeah, I don't even know where to start. There's so much to tell you. So the reason why you're here is that we actually need beta testers. We want to make sure that this social online learning community is going to have a really great experience for students when they first come in. So you will be part of our founding students and able to come in and just sort of give us feedback, press buttons, you know, and just go in there and play and let us know, you know, what's working, what's not working. Perhaps there'll be some bugs and glitches that show up because we are building this and it's very customized. But I'll get more into that, especially when I take you into the platform. It's 5 after now, so I'm just going to get started. So what I'd like to do first is explain to you how IAUSM even showed up. So just after COVID, you're welcome, David. Just after COVID, I was spending a few weeks just on myself and taking a little bit of a sabbatical. And I decided to go into a meditation. And during that meditation, I'm a type of person, as you can see, I'm kind of all over the place, high energy. It's sometimes hard for me to like get quiet. So usually when I go to get quiet, I have to actually envision some special places that I like to go. Either I'm climbing a mountain, or I've got 3 or 4 special places that I like to go to start my meditations in my mind. And this particular day, I was going to someplace I'm trying to manifest, and I didn't end up there. I ended up on some beautiful field. And on that field was thousands and thousands of people. And they were all wearing white, and they were all on these golden yellow yoga mats. But the interesting thing was, and the first time this has really happened to me that was so clear, was I actually felt myself leave this body and land in my body on the field with everybody else. So that was kind of freaked me out, but there I was, and I could see myself behind a microphone. I could see through my own eyes. I couldn't hear what I was saying, but I did hear Aisha, look right. So I turned my head right, and I saw this beautiful university, like a campus, lots of buildings, old Hogwartsy feeling, but didn't look like that, but that kind of feel to it. And there was this amazing energy that was kind of pulsing off of it. And I remember looking up at the sky while I was standing in this field, and just basically saying, I don't know what you want me to do with this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this vision. I don't know how to do this. And by the way, do you know that it's COVID down here? Like, how am I supposed to do this? So there was a lot of that went on. When I came back here, when I came out of the meditation, I was just kind of still sort of sitting there wondering how I was going to make this happen. And I guess there is a bigger divine plan definitely here, because in the last 4 months, we have created IAUSM, and we're ready to launch it. IAUSM stands for the International Academy of Universal Self-Mastery. We are 8 councils. We are 8 people in our council. And we are also over 100, we're up to about 150 faculty now from all over the world. And I know that that number is probably going to soon rise up above 500, but I'm kind of slowed down the faculty, bringing them in, getting ready for the launch. Inside the virtual walls of IAUSM, I would like you to imagine, if you will, Facebook for a second, and just empty it out. Just as if it was empty, no marketing, no ads, no noise, nothing. You've got timelines, you've got profiles with your own timelines, we have groups, and we have courses. And the courses will be taught to you either pre-recorded, or they'll be taught to you through live teaching, or they'll be taught as a combination of the two. The types of courses that we will be teaching you is either holistic, spiritual, alternative type of courses. There'll be business courses. There will be accreditation and certification courses. There will be creative arts courses. And there will be, oh my goodness, Selena, what is the last one? There's one more.
Health and fitness.
Health and fitness courses. So, and these are all taught, as I said, some will be live, some will be pre-recorded, some will be a combination of the two. Last year in 2019, and I did some research. So last year in 2019, there was over $165 billion spent on online courses. And only 9% of those courses were completed. And of that 9%, I can guarantee you most of what people learned, they never put into play. And the reason why is because when you're taking a course by yourself, it's great to take it, but it's sometimes hard to finish it because you're not motivated to finish it, because you know you can do it later, because you're not accountable to anyone. So doing it in this social community is twofold. Number one, it's a community. We are together, and it's like, just like you're hanging out on any other social community, you can come and hang out in the campus. You can also take courses, but every course has a group attached to it. And that group is where students can interact with each other. The students that are enrolled in the same courses can interact with each other. And they can interact with their teacher as well. So it's almost like a virtual classroom. So that's kind of cool. And there's lots and tons of courses that are being brought in that are complimentary, as well as lots of courses that are coming in that are paid courses as well, because they're accreditation courses or very deep long-term courses or those types of things. So lots of people to meet. Yes, David, lots of people to meet and lots of friends to make. So you can make friends, you can make connections, but here's the difference. There is no marketing allowed. None of the teachers can market to you. There's no marketing. There's no ads. There's no upsells. There is no racism inside IAUSM. There is no disempowering posts. There is no judgment allowed in IAUSM. We have a compliance team that is going to make sure that these things don't happen. No one's going to try and sell you anything. This is where you get to come in. I see the students really like diamonds, and a diamond comes with all these different facets. And some of those facets are you need help with maybe your money, you know, magnifying money to you or for your business, or, you know, you have blocks and barriers, you've gone through trauma, you know, so there's different things that you need to be able to step into your self-mastery. And no one person is going to be able to help you do all of those things. I myself am a self-mastery coach, and I never pretend to think that I can be the one thing for like any one person. They need lots of things to be able to step into their self-mastery. And as good as I am at my job, it's not, I always know that I'm not the one and only person that can help that person. I, even myself, going through my own healing journey, went through at least 9 different coaches and healers and different types of people to help me to get where I am. So it's just understanding that no one person can help you get through it. And we're at a time now, we are definitely at a time now with this COVID where there's a lot more going on out there than just COVID. So we're truly reaching a point of no return. And a lot of places, people also are starting to feel changes within themselves, and they don't understand what those changes are. And they also don't know how to deal with them. And they think that there's something wrong with them, or they're not telling anyone, or it's actually causing a personal identity crisis for people because something's changing in them, but they don't know what it is that's changing. And so but they're not the way that they were yesterday. So things are changing for people. Their empathy is going through the roof. Lots of things are happening to people. And I think the day of what I call the day of the healers are kind of over. And I'll tell you why, because the healer is actually the student. The healer is the person who is allowing that healing to happen. The healer is the person who's taking the information that is being sent to them and using it and utilizing and taking action on it to create massive impact in their world, and therefore being able to create massive impact in other people's worlds. So to me, as many of the different techniques and things that I have under my belt, I never once have ever called myself a healer, because it's not me that's doing it. I'm giving you the tools, you're doing it, right? So it's about allowing everyone to come in and understand the limits that they have, that they are truly unlimited, and to be able to access that in a place where you will be supported. And that is really what IAUSM is about, with this collaboration of amazing teachers who are going to leave marketing at the door, and all they're bringing in is their passion. All they're bringing in is their knowledge. All they're bringing in for you is all the different ways that they can help you to get to where you want to go, and how you can make an impact in other people's worlds as well. So the days, I think, of walking around in our fears and our limits are soon behind us, and truly be able to step into a place where we can say, you know what, I got this. I can do this, and I can make change in my life, and I can make change in other people's lives, and I'm just going to leave the fear at the door and just do this thing, right? So we are here to help you to do that. IAUSM is going to be more than just this academy. We're also looking at, as soon as this one is perfect, is about duplicating this one and creating an academy for children. And that's really about helping children in all senses of the word, in all the things that they need, full curriculum, as well as all of the holistic and spiritual and alternative methods that they need to also reach their potential, because the children that are being born today are going to be in a very different place when they're older. Everything is changing, and anybody who wants to deny that for themselves, it's okay, but you're going to see it happening. It's going to start happening around you. So it's good to be prepared. That's what I think. Anyways, I also have some other wonderful things that are going to be part of it. I'm going to let Selena tell you a little bit about IAUSM magazine and what that is.
Hey everyone, I'm Selena and I am the editor of the IAUSM magazine. The purpose of our magazine is not only to just provide value for our students and also for prospective students, but we also want to take really valuable and high quality information such as articles and blogs and just written pieces, interviews from our faculty to continue to offer a different platform that's unique in its own way. It's going to have its own style. It's going to have its own template. I was telling Lisa this morning, it's got its own frequency. It's got its own vibration. It's going to be a combination of what you would normally see in say a newsletter for a university or an academy, but also it's going to have the feel of love, because I don't know if Aisha has brought this up yet, but just our whole theme is about big love, and it's all about love. Yeah, it's like we're really merging intelligence with the heart here. And so the magazine's really going to be able to harness the two together and present you with information, course content, articles, blogs. You're going to read stories of our faculty. We're going to have featured writers come in there. You're going to learn more about us as the council every month. Aisha is going to have a special message for the magazine as well, which we're excited to see. And we're just really excited to provide another way for people to get exposure to the amazing quality of faculty that we have, the quality of information that we're providing here, and just offer a written way of learning that is kind of just interdisciplinary when we're looking at videos and audios, and then you have the written aspects as well. It just ties everything together. So that's the magazine in a nutshell.
Awesome. Thank you, Selena. And yes, she's right. Big love. Big love was one of the things that I put on my vision board before I went into this meditation, and huge letters on my wall is big love. And I was actually looking for a relationship. I ended up with lots of relationships. So it's, I don't feel like I can bring any more big love into my life. So there's so much big love right now. And I'm just going to introduce you also to Lisa Berry, and she is our public relations as well as media. And I'm going to let you tell you a little bit about the radio shows and the different things that we're bringing into IAUSM to take it to another level. Go ahead, Lisa.
All right. Hello, everyone. I think I know most of you. I'm Lisa Berry, as you said, and I love communication, and I know you guys know that. So it is really about expressing, and we want the faculty and the teachers and the students to be able to express their big love and what they're needing. And so I love that you said earlier, Aisha, I had to write it down, that the student is actually the healer. And I feel that we all are, even when we have our own show, be it a podcast or an internet radio show, which is what we're offering under the IAUSM banner. We've partnered with Times Radio for the live radio component, like that, the going on live. But we also are having our own, and we'll introduce that later, a podcast, so that each one of you has your own way that you prefer to express on top of teaching and on top of learning. And so we're really excited. Both Tomas Garza and myself are, if you have any questions, we're doing discovery sessions for that, so you guys can figure out where I would love to express. I would like to find out how to express and what to express in that way. And as far as the public relations go, I really love the relationship, developing the relationship with all of you, because I'm like that bridge that maybe you can't quite get to somebody else or part of the IAUSM entirety, and you just need a way to get in there and get some sparkles going around. So I just like to, if you would like to introduce anybody new to the IAUSM and you don't know how, and you would like somebody to make that like a matchmaker, then that would be myself as well.
Amazing. Thank you, Lisa. We also have part of our compliance team here, and I'd just like you to briefly meet Dylan Olson. And Dylan is more than just our compliance. So what he does, just to let you know, our core values are very, very important to us. And making technology meet the vision has been a very interesting exercise, because the one thing that I was saying to the council this week is, if I had been opening up my own like business, like for my own business, and I was dealing with an IT person and they told me I could do this and I can't do that, I probably would have compromised some of the things that I want for my business. But for IAUSM, I have left no room for compromise. So our technology, our tech person has been vigilantly working to make technology portray the vision exactly how I've seen it. So that's been quite quite a challenge, but he's up for it. So we've got a wonderful person who's doing that work, and you'll be able to get a taste of it in a moment. But Dylan, you know, I've said like no marketing, no website blasts, no upsells, none of that stuff is going to be happening inside here. So Dylan is part of our compliance team, and I'm going to let Dylan tell you a little bit about what he does every single time a teacher says, okay, my course is ready for compliance.
Oh, there we go. I'm good now. Yes, hello. I am Dylan Hunter Olson. I am on the compliance team. Basically, what I do is I go through their courses, and I make sure that there's no, their company banners aren't all over their courses, and there's not any outbound links, which would basically be links that that would take a student off the site to their website. And I go through all their course content, making sure that as the student is engaging in this learning experience, they're not being bombarded and barraged with being sold on stuff. Like Aisha just said, your experience as a student, like that is our biggest love. That's what we want for you. And so we want to make sure that that this is an environment where your learning is the top priority. There's no selling you products. There's no selling you, oh, well, once you buy this course, or if you want this, you can go to my website. There's none of that. We don't allow for that. We want to make sure that you are here and you're like, oh, I loved this course, but I have some questions. Well, then through the questions, you're involved in the group for the course, which we'll get more into later. But then so it's really about creating that bridge between the students and the teachers, and allowing for that really intimate learning environment where your learning experience is going to be, it's the top priority. We want you guys to learn. We want you to feel valued, and we want you to evolve in whatever way that looks and feels best for you. So I make sure that there's none of that poppycock going on. But whip them in shape with love.
So the really great thing about this place, a couple of people have said to me at the beginning, because they didn't understand IAUSM, and they're like, oh, so you're like Udemy or whatever. And my biggest thing is, we're not even close, because number one, our faculty is not a commodity. We don't look at our faculty like products. We don't look at their course like products. It's their passion. We are a family. We have meetings every week. Almost every week I'm doing Q&As with them. We're doing masterminds once a month. It's really about, we're working together like a collective. I used to call us a collaboration, but I really feel like we are a collective. And we are working together as a collective to create something beautiful in IAUSM together, because no one of us could have done this alone. So we are doing this together. So therefore, our faculty matters to us, our students matter to us. And it was very interesting. The other day I was speaking to a wonderful faculty member, Michael Benner, and he said to me, Aisha, he said, it's like IAUSM is this metaphorical puzzle. It's this puzzle with all these pieces that are all over the place, the faculty, the students, all of these things, and the vision. And that social piece that we are putting in there, that place where we are all connecting together, is the consciousness. It's what holds all those pieces together. And that's why we are not like anything else. And I know a lot of people say, well, we're not like anything else, but I'm telling you that this came from a vision. All the pieces that we need showed up. A website, a business like ours takes a good year to build properly. We have been given every tool that we need, and we were able to put it together in 4 months. So I'm just astounded at how fast it has grown. Every time I ask, oh my God, I need to find this, and the next day it shows up. Like, it's like IAUSM is her own entity. She has her own consciousness. She has her own guides. And I'm just running behind her, trying to give her everything that she needs. So that's really what this academy is about big love and learning and passion, and just being a part of something, and that knowing that every person that's in it matters, and that we are really connected in here. And the days that you come in and you're not feeling the best, and you throw a post up, or you want to share something with someone, that you can know them, feel confident that you are not going to be judged or put down or insulted or disempowered, because we will shut that shit down fast. And I'm being really honest with you. We are not allowing it. We are just not. So we don't want to be just like every other social network out there. We're not looking to be that. If people want to do that and treat people badly, there's a lot of places you can go to do it, but it's certainly not inside the walls of IAUSM. So we've spent a lot of time, and I mean, a lot of time. My council, myself, our tech people, we're talking at least, I mean, I know I do about 17-hour days trying to put this all together, and it's happening. So if you don't have any questions for me right now, I'd like to take you on a little tour of IAUSM. Are we good? Okay. So let's use this entry. So we're just going to go inside here. It's a little bit slow when Zoom is on. So when you first come into IAUSM, you come into your profile page where you can set up your profile. This is just like a cover page that you would have anywhere else. Your feature picture, the information about you is all here. The only place that you will ever find a link to a teacher is in their profile. This is the only one place that we allow a link. So for instance, if you're with a teacher and you're taking their course and you're like, you know what, I wonder if that teacher does one-on-one. You know, I would like to find out if that teacher does one-on-one. I would like to find out if that teacher teaches outside of this because I want to work with them. Then you can go to their profile and find out. We're not stopping teachers from helping people. We're just not letting them be up in your face about it. So this is the only place that you'll find it. If you go into the campus feed, this is where it's much like the news feed, if you will, in a lot of other platforms. So you're welcome to go in here and post, and we encourage it. So coming in and posting and sharing feelings and whatever it is, or whatever you want to share that day, this is where you would do that. You can pretty much share whatever you want. It's got all of the same things. You can like, you can comment, you can edit, you can delete, you can decide who is going to see your posts, if it's going to be a public post or whether it's going to be just for your connections or so on. While you're making that post, you can just even do that. It shows you who's online right now. It shows you who you're following. You can see any of the new groups and courses that are coming out. Then if you go into, let's say, your timeline, I don't have a lot in my timeline right now, but if I'm posting anything in any of your groups that you post into, so let's say you're a part of a few different complimentary courses, anything that you post, you will see inside your timeline. So anything you post anywhere else, but if somebody else isn't part of your timeline, they won't see it. Or if they're not involved in that course, they won't see it. You can get, this is where your connections, that's kind of friendships, what groups you're involved in, what courses you're taking, what forums you're a part of. So there's all of these things are just like anywhere else, and I think even better. Courses. You're going to see a lot of courses here because I can see all the courses. So they're not all decorated yet because people are still working on them. You won't see the ones that say private when you go in because the private ones are still being built. But the ones that are done, you'll be able to go in and you can see that some of them are going to be free. You can just enroll in them, and there's going to be a lot of those because every teacher has to do at least one. So there's going to be lots of those. And then there's also courses that you will pay for, accreditation courses. I'll be teaching a hypnosis course, EFT will be taught, how to read tarot cards. At the same time, you'll learn how to make money, how to do things with your business, how to work on Instagram. Like there's so many different things that you will find here because you need those things to step into your mastery. We have groups as well. And these groups, let me just show you an example. So this group right now, timeline, no, not that one, because that's a paid one. So let's go into another one here. So this course right here, 4 Pillars of Success to Your Natural Therapy Career. So if you go into a course, you can access the course from here. So the moment that you're enrolled in a course, you're inside a group. You're automatically enrolled in their hidden group. You can't see these groups unless you're enrolled in the course. So you go in and you can click on the course and you'll be able to see it show up for you so you can take the course from inside the group. The beauty of this is that you can actually, then you're connected to the feed, which means if you have questions or something that you want to ask or anything, you can do that immediately right from inside the course. So you're connected to your group, you're connected to the other students, and you're able to learn together. So it becomes that virtual classroom. The teacher sees everything that's being posted. She'll be posting stuff in there, or he will be. It lets you know how far you are to being completed, and the different lessons. These courses also show up in the so if I was to find that same course, we have so many here. Hold on, let me just type in a word here. Okay, so if I was going to go into this course and start it, this is the actual course page. And you come in, you can watch her. Almost every teacher has an intro video that tells you about the course, tells you about them, shares their story with you. But it doesn't say, hey, I've got 4 books and I'm part of these many leadership things and I do this and I do that. What they're doing is they're sharing their story with you. They're sharing their passion with you. They're sharing why they're teaching what they're teaching. What they want you to learn and why they want to share it to you, how this particular topic changed their lives. This is what you will be hearing inside the intro videos. You won't be hearing about all the stuff that they have. That's not what this is about. It's about them sharing their passion with you. And then you just go in and start taking the course. So it's really that simple. We have our IAUSM community. We're still working on our events calendar. I'm going to get that up this weekend. Well, there'll be lots of events. The event calendar looks a lot like Eventbrite. So there'll be lots of free events and things that you can take part in when you are here. So we've got Bob Doyle from The Secret as one of our teachers. We've got some amazing teachers that are coming forward. You want to learn belly dancing? We've got Sohaila. We've got lots of different things in here that are like so fun. If you have issues with sleep, we've got medical doctors that are teaching in here. We have so many. We've got Hafiz Soumani will soon be teaching a lot about social things. We have Cheryl Millette, Eleanor, who teaches a lot about self-love. So, Mary Beth Hines for people who are animal communicators, right? That can communicate with animals. So there's so many different things. Sound, oh my God, it just goes on and on forever. I don't even have them all showing here, but we really do have a lot of teachers, pages and pages of teachers in here. And part of what we want to bring to you is just this community of, you can find whatever you're looking for. and you're going to learn it with people. You're not going to be alone in it. And some of the courses will be taught live. They're not all pre-recorded. So we have a combination of both. So there will be a lot of Zoom type of teaching. So whether creating an event inside the group, you'll be going and learning with a whole bunch of other students, and it's going to be fun, right? And then those Zooms will be brought back into the course so you can watch them again later. We have some collaborative groups. So, in Facebook, they have, everybody sort of has a group. Like if I have an interest, I can create a group, right? So in ours, we have those too, but we have a lot of collaborative groups. So for instance, we have a group called Body Rock. So anybody can be a part of that group. We have, a teacher is going to be teaching Qigong. There'll be yoga in that group. There'll be rebounding in that group. There's going to be dance in that group. So anything that's sort of body related, they'll be just teaching at different times, but all of that stuff will be in that group, and that'll be free. We have a group that we're starting called Multicultural Cuisine. So that's going to be like cooking classes from all sort of different faculty from all over the world. We've got, she's not here, Anna Carolina. So she'll be teaching how to do raw chefing, right? We have Sonia that's going to be teaching how to do Mexican desserts, healthy desserts. There's going to be all kinds of different teachers. And as we keep growing, there'll be more and more coming in. We have a group called Gaia's Medicine. And that group is really about herbs and oils, but not brands. We're not talking about brands. We're talking about, this oil is really good for this herb is really good for that. I'll be doing a lot of stuff in there. I've got a book this big of all my potions and lotions and different things that I make. I was out last week picking up horsetail and what is good, that's good for, and making tea with that. And so we're going to be sharing a lot of that kind of stuff inside Gaia's Medicine. And there's more groups. There's one that's talking with tarot. So there'll be other tarot teachers and people who are doing readings and stuff will be inside that group. So there's lots of fun groups as well as the course groups. There's also public groups where people can go in, and there'll be several teachers in there. We have a spiritual reading group. There's we'll be doing books with each other, almost like book clubs. So there's lots of different really amazing stuff happening. There's also courses that will be books. Like I'm going to be teaching I Am the Word, but I'm not teaching that in the spiritual book club. That's going to actually be a course. That's more of a channeled book. So I'll be teaching that one. So there's people who will be teaching books as courses as well and working them through with you, which is amazing. So there's all kinds of things going on. I am astounded. I actually didn't know there was this many different techniques and methodologies and ways of teaching people, that everybody that comes in is bringing something new to the table. You have a question, Sarah. Sorry.
That's okay. I just wanted to go back to the spot where you were talking about when you're actually picking the course and the instructor is giving an overview. They're just giving an overview of that specific course.
Yes.
And what that instructor felt was the need to bring that course into the academy. Is that correct?
Yes.
So what if the instructor has more than one course? Are we able to see what other courses that they might be providing down the road? And is that where we would click on maybe the instructor profile?
You could do that, but also when you're in their course, at the very bottom of the course page, it'll say like Aisha has 9 courses.
Oh, okay.
And you would be able to click on that and be able to see what those courses are.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, okay. And sorry, thank you for that question, Sarah, because that made me think of another question. If as beta testers are going through, can we keep our eyes open for that if you feel that instructor didn't quite deliver what we were hoping for, so we could ask them to, make sure that that's included, or if they're missing a link there. That's something that we're asking you guys to kind of look for and keep your eyes open. Let us know.
Right. So if all of a sudden you click on something and it's not working, or if you feel like, I'm not here to critique the teachers so much as, they're bringing their content forward. What I really love about our faculty is that we have faculty from all different, I don't like to use the word calibers, but there's those people that we have that we know, the Tony Robbins of the world, and and everybody's talking about those. But just because a person doesn't know how to market themselves well doesn't mean that they don't have extremely amazing, powerful content. And that's why I have gone through and interviewed everyone that's coming in, because I'm like, what do you want to share? Like, you know, so all of a sudden, just because they don't know how to do Facebook posts properly or whatever, and, you know, and they can't get their business up to where they can be that caliber of what we call like in the public eye, it doesn't mean that they don't have a valuable content to share. So, you know, we aren't all about, it has to be this person or they have to be of that caliber, because that's not exactly what we're looking for. What we're looking for are teachers who have value, teachers who have passion, teachers who have something that they want to share with you that's going to change your life. So that's what we've been looking for at IAUSM. But if you're clicking on things and they're not working, we want to know. So in the corner of IAUSM, let me just quickly show you that as well. Oops, first I have to share it. I think we should have a class to learn how to use Zoom. Okay, so in the corner right here, we don't have it yet, but we are getting like a really good messenger. It's coming. But we don't have it just yet. But in the meantime, we do have a complete messaging service. So if you come in here, once you're connected with me, so you would go into the IAUSM community, you would find me, you would connect to me. I will accept all of your connections. I'll be connecting with everybody that comes on anyway. And then if you have a message that you want to send me, hey, Aisha, this isn't working. That's not working. I went here, I couldn't make that work. This is where you want to do it. You want to send it to me here. Your notifications are here, but you want to send me a message from here. Eventually, as one of the things that we're working on, which is not the very first thing, but it's definitely coming, is a support ticketing type of place where you can send messages. But from now, you would just send them through that messaging system to me through there. So if you find that you're clicking on something and it's not working, and you went back later and you clicked on it again and it wasn't working, you know, don't keep clicking on it. Just like let us know. And that's the purpose of the beta testing, right? That's the purpose of you coming in and saying, hey, this isn't working, or I clicked on that audio and it didn't work, or I put my post up and it didn't work, or whatever it was. We want to know what those things are, because your feedback is going to make IAUSM even better for the students that are coming after you. Do you have another question, Sarah?
No, I don't know how to do that.
That's okay. All right.
There we go. I figured it out.
Okay. So does anyone else have any questions? Yes, David. You're muted.
Now, the modules that come in within all the courses, do they cater to all the different types of learning styles? You know how someone who's more visual is going to appeal more to charts and videos and such and so forth. Someone who's more auditory is going to be more towards the lecture format, where someone who's more kinesthetic is definitely going to have to be hands-on. Now, are all the modules sort of adapted to that particular style of learning?
I would say like the ones that we've been going through, I don't know if every single module is, but I've been seeing a lot of videos, a lot of audios. So I would definitely say yes. Some teachers are very, very audio. So they don't have, like, we have a couple of teachers who have done their whole course. They have content there, but some of it is like all of their talking is in audio. We have some teachers who have done videos and audios and content and PDF. So there's like all of that. We are also gearing up. I haven't started this yet, but we're gearing up for teachers who want it to get someone who will sign their courses as well, so that we can reach people who have special learning that we need to do. So we're looking at those types of things as well. So it's definitely high on our list. We have teachers who are teaching from all over the world. So this is not just English speaking here. So you're gonna find courses that are in Spanish. As we move on, you're going to find courses that are in Russian. You're going to find courses that are in Turkish. You're going to find courses that are in different languages as well, being taught in those languages. Albanian, I think we have, just trying to think of all the languages that are coming in, but we do have Czechoslovakian, Czech. So we do have languages, teachers teaching from all over as well.
It's
Portuguese.
language friendly, so that's all good.
Pardon me?
So I said it's language friendly, so which is
Oh,
all good.
absolutely. And so we consider sign language as a language. So that is one of the
100%.
things that we want to bring in. We're just, I'm just having difficulty finding teachers who actually teach in that, but that doesn't matter. I'm putting it out there, so I will find it. Or they will find me, one or the other. But we definitely are putting things out in different languages, because being a global community is actually being a global community. It doesn't mean that you're just being able to be accessed from all over the internet. It means that we have to have people coming in from all over the internet. The other thing that I want to share with you is something called our appreciation program. So I am thrilled about the appreciation program. So one of the messages that I got, well, two of the messages that I received with this vision, which I didn't understand right away, it sort of came in pieces. One was that it's a win-win-win for everybody along the way, and also that it will sustain us all. So I didn't really know what that part meant, that it will sustain us all. That started coming to me a little bit later. One of the things that we've asked from all of our faculty is to invite all of their following to come into IAUSM. And that's a big ask. That is a big ask, because it takes people years to build up their following. And I'm just sitting there alone saying that's part of the deal. Like, you have to do that, right? So as they bring in their following, the students themselves will be paying a small fee, $9.99 a month, to have access to all the complimentary stuff. You guys won't be paying that for 30 days. So, so access to all of the complimentary information, as well as all the, like, everything, to have access to the entire academy. But I thought, you know what, like, there has to be something here, because they are inviting people. So what am I going to do for them? So my visions kind of come, interestingly enough, I think about something when I go to sleep, and then at 3 o'clock in the morning, I kind of sit up like a bullet and I've got the answer. So the answer was the appreciation program. So for every person that's invited by either student or faculty, that person who pays $9.99 that you invited, you get 50 cents per month per person. So that means if you invite 200 people over time, you get $100 a month, right? And they enroll. If you invite, you know how we build our following, and we keep inviting people. If you invite 500 people over time, well, and they've signed up, you get $250 a month, right? So for those of you that are paying $9.99, if you invite 20 of your family and friends, that you're paying $9.99 and you make 10 bucks. So it's a wash, right? And anything you do beyond that will allow you to pay for either some of the other courses, or you can go pay your rent with it, or your mortgage. It doesn't matter to me, right? So, I mean, I'd like you to use it on the courses, but it's up to you what you wanted, wherever you need to spend that on. So now I feel like not just that the academy is going to be enrolling students and making that $9.99, and teachers are going to be selling their courses maybe and making their percentage, but it's also that the students can also be able to get appreciated. And that's why it's an appreciation program, because we appreciate that you have brought someone to us. We appreciate that you've invited someone into their self-mastery, and that matters to us. It has value for us. So this is why we've created the appreciation program. It's that simple, one level, that's it, done. So it is just basically a simple program that says thank you. And we'll keep thanking you as long as that person stays involved with the academy.
Can I ask a question, Aisha?
Sure.
Now, if those instructors use it in a different language, can we find the same course in our preferred language?
It depends. So for instance, Cindy, who's here, Cindy Yennefer that's here, she's going to be teaching in Spanish and English and Portuguese. So she's going to have probably many of her courses in 3 different languages, meaning each course will have 3 courses.
Okay, thank you. That's what I needed to know.
Some teachers won't. Some teachers teach only in Spanish because that's their language. Some of them will be teaching only in Turkish. But the interesting thing is we've got Google, right? So we've got Google Translation. So we will be able to, you'll be able to translate anything. You know,
That's nice.
We are in the age of technology, so there's not many things that we can't get access to.
Great, thank you.
Aisha,
Yes,
on a related note, Matt, Is there, like I know that when you bring videos into YouTube, there's an option where you can add the closed captions and then go and, you know, tweet and make sure that closed caption words are correct. If like I have brought into the video, is there something similar with Vimeo where we can get closed captions across the bottom of the videos so that they're able to
I don't
follow?
really, I'll have to look into that. So that's a Vimeo related question. So we'll take a look at that. We aren't allowing any videos to come in from YouTube. So there's no YouTube videos on our platform.
No, I know.
Yeah, I was just speaking to everybody. So the reason why we don't have YouTube videos is because YouTube videos come with commercials, and you know they lead into other videos, and it's just like this whole thing. So we don't really have any YouTube videos. So all of our videos are coming in from a different provider, from Vimeo. That question to that answer, or that answer to the question, Diana, is I don't know. I have to find out. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll find out though. But closed captioning is also something that you could that you could probably get done to your videos. There's some places that can do stuff like that, but I don't know if it was one of them. So we'll find out. So we are looking, like I said, we are looking at lots of different things and lots of different avenues to reach a lot of people. You do not need to subscribe to Vimeo, David, because all of those videos are going to be inside the course. The only people that need to have Vimeo accounts are our teachers. So what we're doing is the doors are going to be open Monday night at 6 o'clock. We will be opening the doors briefly for 24 hours. For those of you that want to sign in and register and become beta students. It will be open until Tuesday at 6 p.m. and then we're going to be shutting the doors again. So that means that once you're in, you're in. So you can just keep coming in and logging in, and what we don't want is just this millions of students coming in. Well, we do want that, but we don't want that all at once until we sort of get the beta testing out of the way. Mm-hmm. Understanding that we are still, courses are still going through compliance. So every day there will be more and more and more courses coming. Right now I'm holding on to a list of over 200 courses, and all the teachers have not even given me the names of their courses yet. So there's going to be so many courses. It's ridiculous. So when you come in, you might see a handful, and then the next day there's some more and some more and some more, and it's just going to keep on keeping on. And that's how it's going to work. And we welcome you to go into as many of them as you wish. And the collaborative groups, there probably won't be a lot going in those collaborative groups yet, like the Gaia's Medicine and the Body Rock and stuff. There may not be a lot going on there yet because we've still got teachers building their courses right now, and that's where their focus is at the moment. But those groups will be starting to open up and become active very, very soon. And you'll see the events because we'll be putting them up on an event calendar, so you'll see that.
Aisha?
Yes.
Are all faculty that have been uploaded and have their courses ready to go, are they all aware that the student beta testers are coming in and that they're going to hopefully have some interaction with us?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, they're
definitely come out of left field for them then.
No. They're aware. And like I said, we are in very close contact with our faculty at all times. So I do all kinds of mastermind meetings with them. I make sure that they all have the copies of them. Our mastermind meetings are like, they're full, right? There's lots of people a lot of the faculty that show up at them, lots of questions that are being asked. So they're very much aware of what's going on. Any other questions?
Yeah. How do we change my name on the end of the thing? The end of my name?
Oh, you mean William name?
Yeah.
That's a Zoom question. I don't
know. William?
Yes.
In your Zoom bar, there's a triple dot that's in the right-hand corner. If you click on that, you can rename your name in your Zoom meeting.
I'm looking for it, but I don't see it.
If you look on the corner, okay, so of your box, your actual video box itself, if you
Oh,
look
yeah,
towards
okay,
the
there
right
it
corner,
is. Yep, I see it.
you can rename it right there.
Thanks,
Sorry for
David.
interrupting. No
That's
problem.
okay.
Appreciate it.
So, so Allison's asking me, do beta testers get courses free to try? What's the cost involved? And once you take a course, do you have access to it for a particular length of time? So all the complimentary courses, you will definitely have access to. The paid courses are the paid courses. So, but definitely the complimentary courses that are going to be available, you will have access to them always. Some of the courses, even the paid ones, the default on our courses is that it's a lifetime access. But some courses, there are a few, very few, where the teachers will be doing sort of 60-day and 90-day access and then reteaching it, because they're going to be teaching it live over and over and over again. So for new students, over and over. So those ones are a little bit different. There's not that many of those. So most of them are going to be lifetime access. So once you get it, it's yours. You're using it.
Aisha, I've got one other question. So for the 30-day time frame, as the beta tester, do you envision us kind of popping into the variety of courses to just really be checking in on, sorry, I had just jotted it down here, like the functions and the features of everything, as opposed to actually, say, taking the course through its full through, like, to the end of it?
Well, if
Like,
you're signing in for a course, I would hope that you're going to take the course. So, but definitely if you run across any glitches or whatever, absolutely, we want to know. Because if that glitch is happening, unless it's an audio that won't play, like unless their audio link is not working or something and we have to go back and reconnect it. If it's an actual feature of the platform, if it's not working in that course, it's probably more of a universal thing. So we need to fix it all the way around. If it's just that someone's video is not playing, then it could be that they just didn't link their video properly.
Right. Okay. So we're acting as if we are out of the beta side of things and just doing the normal of what the expectation is.
Yeah. So just going in and doing that and taking advantage of the campus feed and posting things and connecting with each other and making friends, right? So this is what this is about, is reaching out to people, making friends, and just friends with the same sort of like-minded, I'm going to say really like-minded, because people who are coming to IAUSM understand that they're not here to sell you something. They're not here to, I don't know, downgrade you or something, because that's just not allowed here. Like, I want to hear about that. If something like that happens, I want to know, right? I want to know immediately, because this is how we're handling that. So if, for instance, I don't know, someone is very mean to you, or you go into a course and all of a sudden in the group, you see that someone's trying to sell you doTERRA oils or something, whether it's the teacher or it's another student. Okay. So all of a sudden this is happening. I want to know why, because we'll be going over there and reminding that teacher or that student that, hey, you know what? Not okay here, guys. Just this little reminder that we can't do that here. Okay. If they continue, they will be removed from IAUSM. I don't care what anybody bought or what time they invested, because we will be staying true to the vision. So we will give them a reminder. They will get a warning. If they continue, then they will be removed. It's that simple. Right? Because what we want is a supportive community. What we don't want is people just not paying attention to our values and just doing whatever they want. So that's not going to happen. Hi, Diana.
Hi. So with regards to the beta testing, I don't know, in terms of going in, there's a lot of courses. How do we know that someone has beta tested the course and give feedback? Like I'm assuming you want us to go in and test things out and then go on to another course and things out. How are we going to know there's a course that's already beta tested by 3 or 4 other people?
I don't understand your question. You're a faculty member, so you won't be beta testing as a student.
Oh, I see. Okay.
You've got courses.
So then just generally,
you've got courses to build.
okay, but how would, like, how then you're having students come in. So how are you monitoring that the courses appear in there have been beta tested as opposed to, let's say 5 students flock to one course and one course is not beta tested yet?
Because, well, the compliance goes through first of all, and they've checked to make sure that everything is working, but links do break from time to time. But I can see, because I can see what everybody's doing. I can see who's enrolled in what, and I can see what's been going on. So I can actually see what's been going on.
So courses that haven't had beta testing, you can like make it to say, hey, this tier needs beta testers, sort of thing.
Yeah, I can do that. Yep, I can see where everyone's going. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm like watching you. It's just that what it means is like I can pop into a course and see, you know, how many people are enrolled in that, how far they've gotten, how many lessons did they take, you know, regular reports that come from a course, right? So I can see what the activity is in that course. Not like I'm sitting and creeping people. That's not what I'm doing, but because that's just creepy. So I'm not doing that, but I am going to go into course and say, oh, they've only made it this far through. I wonder why they didn't make it to this lesson. Like no one's made it that far, you know, and I might ask some of those students, you know, what's up? Did something happen? Right. So, you know, I'm just going to I'll be monitoring what's going on. Any other questions?
Aisha, do you want to just tell them about the annual membership and the monthly membership as well? I'm not sure if you mentioned it.
Sure. So once the 30 days is up for the beta testers, if you choose to stay, and I hope that you will, it's $9.99 a month to be a part of, to stay enrolled in IAUSM. But if you want to do an annual membership, it's $89.99, which is great because you save like about 3 months worth of $9.99s. After October 5th, we're changing the 30-day to 7 days. So those of you that are coming in before that, like, well, the beta testers and anybody else who comes in when we open the doors again, because our plan is we open the doors, we let the beta testers in, we close the doors. And then next week, the following week, then we open the doors for our faculty to start inviting people, because we'll know by then if there's some issues and bugs and glitches. And as soon as we feel confident, then we will be opening the doors like a soft launch. The doors will be open. We're doing our hard launch on October the 30th.
And is that American or Canadian funds?
It's American. It's US dollars. So it's US dollars for you to pay it, and it's US dollars that you get paid when you invite people. So if you're going to invite anyone, make sure you have your link. So if you don't know how to get that, I will be showing people how to get that. So everybody has a link. So don't invite anyone until you have your link. You can get it immediately. As soon as you sign in, you'll have a link. And then you can invite people to come in. And then that's going to be an immediate thing. That will be in a monthly payment to you. So as long as that person stays enrolled, you'll be getting that 50 cents per person per month. And, you know, that can add up pretty fast.
Cool.
If you invite lots of people, you can make this a job. Just making a joke. Well, maybe, am I making a joke? So that's basically, that's what we're doing. We want IAUSM to be something that sustains us all, and something that makes us feel like when we go there that we are going home, in a sense, that we are feeling welcome, that someplace that we go that we feel comfortable. And that's the environment that we're creating in IAUSM, where it doesn't feel businessy and it doesn't feel disconnected, and it's just not a lot of people just not connected to one another in any real way. we are going to be doing a lot of things coming up in the future. We're looking at virtual summits, online retreats. We're going to be having tons of events coming up as soon as like we get this thing off the ground. We're going to be starting to create events. We have so many beautiful faculty. Really, it's endless what we can start creating with the faculty together. So those are lots of things that are coming in the future.
Lisa, do you see there being a summary sheet or something communication wise so that if we're in a particular program and we find a bug or disconnect or something to that effect, that someone has already addressed that or that it's being worked upon so that we're not duplicating efforts?
I can, yes, good question. And I can put that on the campus feed so that everybody will see it. So I'll just make a post on the feed once something's been reported. I will put that on the feed, and when it's fixed, I will put that on the feed as well. I don't think you'll find many, I'm hoping, because it's been running pretty smooth. We've had a few things, but we've actually just moved her. So, you know, I don't know how many of you understand, you know, where hosting and where things sit as far as websites go, but our website was sitting, you know, on one of those shared servers. She was sitting on a shared accommodation, and now she is on her own in her own little cloud. So that migration did create some glitches and stuff last week because we just picking her up and moving her, but all of those things have been fixed. So, you know, we might find the odd thing, but for the most part, it seems to be moving right along. So it's good. Oh, and Tomas. Tomas actually interviews. Why don't you tell them about the faculty spotlight, Tomas?
Yes, yeah, a couple of you are on here. In fact, I've booked one of these here on the chat as we've been doing this. I'm the Counselor of Faculty Relations and Media. So when people come on and join our faculty, I sit down with them for a virtual chat. And it's really wonderful because I have the opportunity to meet everybody that comes in the doors, all the wonderful international faculty. And I've learned, like Aisha, who interviews them all, and Lisa interviews a number of people as well. I've learned so many things from just these short interviews. Now, these are going to be on the website. We'll be moving them over. They're on our YouTube channel right now, but these are short spotlights that highlight all of our faculty. So these are things that as we start the beta testing, that you'll be able to see once they get loaded on there and get an idea for the caliber of our faculty and the passion that these folks have, because the purpose of the interviews is to focus on why they teach, what they teach, and what they most love about it, and that component of working with the students. So that'll be featured, and it'll be under the group faculty spotlights.
And so there'll be a ton of spotlights there, and some of them will be in other languages, but there'll be a ton of spotlights there. And it's really just about meeting every single faculty member. You know, you can just really go through, and it's wonderful meetings that Tomas had with each and every person, and they are all on Zoom, and we've created them, and now they're videos, and we're going to be putting them all into that group.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yeah, there are a couple in Spanish and there's one in French, so there'll be other languages too.
Yeah, it's great. Hi, we've got Joanne here. Joanne Gramlich is here, and she teaches. What are you teaching? Like, I don't know.
The course is based around my books, Talk, Play, and Read with Me, Mommy. So pretty much language development for infant, toddler, and preschool mommies, daddies, caregivers, anybody who interacts with little ones. So, yeah.
So we're going to have a ton of amazing courses from all kinds of different walks of alternative, holistic, spiritual, business, finance, creativity, art. Like, it's just going to keep on going. Cindy's doing a course on mandalas, which is a very interesting way she uses mandalas for healing. So maybe you want to tell them a little bit about that, Cindy.
Hi, everyone. Yes, I work with mandalas in a therapeutical way. I like to present myself. I'm from Colombia, but at the moment I live in Brazil. And I speak 3 different languages, so the courses will be available as you said, Aisha. That's good because, allows more people to get to the faculty, to the possibility. I use mandalas in a therapeutical way because I learned from them that everyone needs to access these unconscious situations that we have to resolve in a deeper way, but sometimes not just talking. And then when you start working with the mandalas brings the memory of love, brings all the sacred geometry, and helps the people to remember, remember that energy of love, that healing. And we work with different techniques. I am a therapist, and I use all my techniques, all my knowledge to help that person to see, life without judgment, to see how you can grow and live and start to use that creativity in a way that can help, can help everyone to develop their own self-mastery. Thank you.
So lots of wonderful things that are happening and unique teachings. And what I really love is that we have so many amazing teachers that have taken so many different modalities and methods and sort of blended them together and created their own techniques and different things that they're now teaching. So it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. And I'm so thrilled that you're going to be a part of it. And that's really all I have for you. So what I'm going to do with this Zoom now is I will be sending it to all of you. So you'll have it because there was a bunch of people who couldn't make it today. So I will be putting it out there and sending it out there. And but the time is 6 p.m. Monday night where we'll be opening the doors. If that changes, I'll let you know, but that is what's going to be happening. So keep your eyes open for Aisha@iawsm.com. That's where the email will be coming from. And yeah. And feel free to ask any questions that you want to. Most of you are on Facebook, so friend me or send me a message or whatever if you're here from Selena or whomever you are here from. Oh, another thing that I'd like you to know, if you are, if somebody sent you here, other than Selena, myself, Lisa, or Tomas, if someone sent you here, please let me know that, who it was that referred you to come to this meeting. Okay. And that'll also be for the people that are listening to this afterwards, listening to the replay. So I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for your time. And unless you have any other questions, we are good.
Thank you so much, Aisha.
You're welcome, William.
Thank you.
Buddy.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for coming, David.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aisha. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Tomas, we'll see you next week.
Yes, we'll see you then. Have a good one. Bye-bye. All right, Cindy, we'll talk to you on Wednesday. Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
See you later.
See you later.